Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning live stream here at Reef Automation. We got a lot planned today. Specifically, I'm going to be introducing or announcing a new product that I don't think everybody has seen yet. I hope no one has seen it yet. It is a brand new product that I have been testing for roughly, I want to say 4 months, 4 months maybe or so. So let's kind of wait for people to get in. But I bet you guys should share this stream with some people because I'm going to be announcing a product no one's seen. So I'm going to do it probably near the end of the stream, and I'm going to actually go over it in as much detail as I can. I have a tutorial video coming out on it as well, so you guys can get used to it. Lee, yeah, I have plenty of shirts, man. Yeah, running a black box. Yes, that's correct. It is a black box. Um, Dude, I got plenty of shirts. I support all of the automation stuff out there. We're going to go over that a little bit in detail. Let's talk about what the giveaway is going to be today. Giveaway is going to be awesome, by the way. I got an entire Smartthings hub. And if you guys aren't familiar with Smartthings hubs, they have Zigbee and Z-Wave in them. They also have presence sensors. So you can actually control basically your whole fish tank with them, and we're going to talk about that. Also, with the kit, you're going to get, let's see, I got one, two, three multi-purpose sensors. So what these are, they're just contacts. So what's cool about using these is you could put them on a door, for instance, on your fish tank cabinet, and when you open up the cabinet, have it trigger something. So it's pretty cool. Also, you're going to get 3 outlets. So I got 1, 2, 3 outlets. So that's what we're giving away today. It's a pretty awesome prize, guys. If you don't have an automation system in your home or on your fish tank, this is going to be awesome because you can actually make it work with your fish tank in certain ways. And we're going to talk about that, not in great detail today, but we're going to talk about it. It's going to be pretty cool. I don't have a guest today. I wanted to kind of just go over a number of things, get a bunch of stuff off my chest. We were supposed to have Desert Reefer in today, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. So we're also going to explain what this is. But again, we're not going to discuss it till a little bit later. I want to get people into the stream today, and I want to announce it with as many people as I can because it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, really cool giveaway, guys. Enter the giveaway. We have already, let's see, 22 people in, so that's awesome. And 23 people in the stream. Let's share it with a bunch of people so we can announce this later today in the stream. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so a couple things, a couple housekeeping things. For those that don't know, I am now officially a Neptune dealer. Now, yes, I'm wearing a Coral View Hydro shirt, right? Just because I'm a dealer doesn't mean I'm still going to support all of my people in the Reef Automation community, and anyone that wants help with GHL, wants help with hydros. We're going to talk about hydros. We're going to have them on. We're going to have Coral View on again. Just because I'm a dealer does not mean that I don't support everyone else. And I'll explain the reasoning for that. So basically, here in Arizona, I've been doing home automation for about 20 years, right? And in that 20 years, I've only ever programmed and basically installed for other companies. I don't really ever install much anymore. I kind of subcontract that out to other people. And I really don't care what the product is, right? However, and I went over this last time we talked about this. However, I'm only supporting products that I know and understand. Now, in my case, we have something called Control 4. That's actually a home automation system. We actually have something called Savant. There's also something called Universal Remote. There's also Logitech Harmony remotes, right? But those aren't being sold anymore. They went out. And I only support Crestron. So my whole business model is to support Crestron, right? And I've been doing that for 20 years. I don't do any other products because I don't support them. That's the same thing going on here, guys. So because of the fact that Harmony remotes are gone. They didn't go out of business. Logitech didn't go out of business, but they discontinued all Harmony. So what I'm getting at is the reason I picked up Neptune is because I go to a lot of customers' homes. I got a lot of multi-billionaires, millionaires, whatever, and they got these gigantic fish tanks and no controllers, right? And I thought, man, only if I could put a controller in there, right? Now, of course, I could put a CoralView Hydros in these tanks. Of course, I could put a GHL in these tanks. But here's the deal. If I'm going to support my customers at a high-end level, along with my home automation company, and on top of that, support them and build a reputation with my customers, then I have to be able to support and understand what I'm doing. Okay, so for 20 years I've been doing Crestron. I'm trained in Crestron. I went to school for Crestron. It kind of goes hand in hand with Neptune, right? So Neptune I've been doing for about 20 years too. I've been programming Neptune. I have tons of Neptune in my house. I understand Neptune. So I'm not going to put a product like CoralView Hydros or GHL in a customer's home because I don't know it well enough. Not to say it's inferior product, not to say it won't work for my customer, but that it's something I can't support because I don't have the know-how with the product. For instance, GHL. While I love their products, I think their programming is very, very difficult. So I'm not going to put that in a customer's house and sit for hours trying to program it for my customers. I'm just not going to do it. Now, maybe over time, if I start to get used to it, I might go ahead and put it in customers' homes. But for the time being, I'm only going to sell and install Neptune. So I just wanted everybody to understand my reasoning behind it. It's nothing to do with bias. It's nothing to do with I don't like the other products. It just has to do with my level of comfort ability, I guess, and understanding of the product, and also the support. So if a customer calls me and is having issues, if I don't know what the issue is because I've never used the product before, that's a problem, you know? So anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I've been having a lot of people ask me about the Neptune dealership and kind of what's going on. But that's the reason. And if you guys want to go back and review what I just said, or tell this out to people that have been, completely think I'm biased towards Neptune, I just want you guys to know it's not a bias. It's more of an expertise, and having the expertise is very important if I'm going to support this as a business model. Greg asked me, have you had opportunity to learn Hydros? Absolutely. I have a Hydros. I don't have it anymore. I'm sorry. I gave it to Aaron Batfish. But I had it for a while. I understand it. I love it. I have no problem with it. And again, I think, Greg, going back to a little bit what I just said, Hydros won't do a lot for my real high-end customers that want a lot of automation. Eventually, I'm sure they will, but we'll see. And I haven't really reached out to CoralView to become a dealer, but CoralView sells a lot of stuff. So if I'm going to be an automation company and go onto the CoralView dealership, they sell all kinds of fish tank stuff, and I'm not really getting into installing skimmers and installing sumps and plumbing. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. Let's see if anybody had some good questions here. Let's see. So going into what I was saying is where I was going. I do have a website now that I redid. I'm going to be a little selfish here, but I spent a lot of time on it, guys. I know it's kind of, if you haven't seen it, it's reefautomation.net, and I've spent a ton of time on it, guys. I probably spent hours and hours and hours on it. So I really hope that you guys use it. I really hope that you guys look at it, and I don't care if it looks kind of crappy. I tried really hard to make it look nice. I'm not a web designer by any means. But the big key here is that I'm selling all of Neptune's products. When the Sky comes out, I'm also going to be selling the Sky. So to support the channel, I hope you guys buy your Neptune products from me directly. I can't guarantee I'm going to give you deals or anything, but I know I can save you guys on shipping. I do have bundle packages. Um, so I hope you guys use it. I do have all kinds of swag on there. Everyone asks me to do swag. I did that, and unfortunately, no one's really bought anything. So I'm trying to promote it. I really want you guys to use it because I spend a lot of time on it. Um, and I'm just being honest. It was a lot of work, and I really hope that my subs actually, if they want to buy Neptune products, they use it. Um, Let's see. Anthony asked me a really good question, man. It's just going to be Arizona for now. I can do remote support, so I do have a lot of customers in Nevada and California for my automation stuff, and I do have a couple. I have a couple people in Maryland and some in California on my automation side. But the difference between my business and some of the other businesses out there is I am a programmer, so I actually don't really install. I generally only program for other installers, so I'm more of a subcontractor. Um, I don't like to travel. I don't know if you guys know, I'm not a big airplane goer. I don't like to fly. I have a fear of flying. I've had it since I was about 15 years old. I'm getting better. I'm trying to learn how to fly, actually. But point being is, yeah, I can definitely do remote support for guys. I have no problem doing that, especially if you buy something from me. Of course, I'm going to support it. Um, Oh, thanks, guys, for the support on the site. I really appreciate it. Again, it was, I really wanted to spend time on it and do it right. Uh, yes, I'm not going to crawl around in your attic and pull cable. That is absolutely correct. So, getting that out of the way, tell your friends about my site. I'm really trying to promote it. I really want to get this Neptune thing going. I really want to get this swag thing going. My wife's actually designing some really cool shirts that are going to be coming out. I will post them on Facebook. I will try to explain them on YouTube. Um, I do update the stock levels about once a week on the Neptune. If you see something that's not in stock, just contact me directly at sales@reefautomation.net, or of course you can get me on Facebook. Um, Also, guys, by the way, that brings up another point. If you want to email me any questions about things, it's sales@reefautomation.net. So if you just have questions about Neptune or anything, just email me. I know a lot of people have been asking how to get a hold of me other than Facebook. Well, there's a great way of doing it. Oh, I appreciate your support, guys. I really do. Thank you so much. Again, spread the word for my everyday subs here. I always appreciate you guys, my mods, everybody in the stream. Support, D from Brooklyn, I absolutely support pH probes. I support every single product Neptune sells. Yeah, I'll ship to UK, Brett. Absolutely. So again, I can't give you guys any deals, so don't ask for deals. I do have a couple bundle packages, so take a look at the bundle packages. I think they're really good little packages, which I don't think any other companies are offering bundle packages like a PM1 with a temperature probe and a pH probe all in a package. A couple other, I'm trying to, you know, give you some options that will make you see that buying from me is going to be a better experience than some of the other companies, mainly because of the support I'm going to give you guys. I'll help you guys set up your systems. I will, warranty the products, a little bit maybe better than some of the other companies. So I really look forward to that growing. So we'll see. I don't know, by the way, people asked me a couple questions about the Sky. So I don't know when the Sky is going to be released. When I know, I will let you know. When I know if I can get you guys to pre-order them, I will also let you know. For now, they haven't released that to any dealers, so I don't have that answer for you. Um, let's see. Okay, so talk about one other thing, and then we're going to get into the stream. I know I had a lot to kind of unload this morning, but I wanted to get to it. So This has nothing to do with Reef Automation, but because I'm a good husband, I'm doing this. Um, for those that don't know, I have lost roughly 20, almost 25 pounds. I don't know if you guys can notice, but um, I lost 25 pounds because my wife started a new venture, and she is actually it's not really a weight loss program. It's more of a whole entire health thing. I don't even know really. So if anybody out there is looking to lose weight, I can tell you that it works. I can tell you that it's actually not too bad. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've struggled, but I've got it. I've got it down. I got to lose about another 30 pounds. So if anybody's interested, I know again it has nothing to do with Reef Automation, but my wife is started this. It is important to me. She really wants this thing to explode. So if anybody out there needs to lose weight, it's not a difficult process. All you gotta do is you found my 25 pounds, and just reach out to me on Facebook. Also, you can just message my wife on Facebook, Doris Picker, and just tell her that I told you on the stream, and she'll get you started on it. It roughly costs about $400 a month for all the food, and I got to tell you guys, I'm losing weight really fast. I've only been on it for about a month and a week, and I've already lost 20 something pounds. Like it's insane. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about do-it-yourself automation. Doris calling me fat. All right. Anyway, and again, for those that just caught into the stream, we are going to be announcing a new product that no one has ever seen. There is not a single person, from my understanding, according to the company, that has beta tested this, with the exception of me. So it's going to be a big announcement. I'm excited to say it. I've been wanting to say it for a while. I'm going to go over it. So maybe at about 10:45, I will announce it. So if you guys have some people that I love in reefing and want to hear about a great announcement, I'm going to be announcing it. So, and I can assure you, it's a great product, and I use it, and I actually think it's really cool. All right. So getting into do-it-yourself, and I would love for you guys to ask questions. I don't have a guest today, so the more that you guys can participate, you know, that'll really help me get through this and answer some really great questions. So a lot of people out there don't want to buy a controller, right? We have this going back and forth. We have people that don't want to buy Hydros, don't want to buy Apex, don't want to buy GHL. They think it's going to be too complex, it's too expensive. There's a lot of different reasons, okay? So this Samsung Smartthings hub, okay? Let me actually open it up so you guys can see it, okay? It's quite small, okay? So it has Ethernet also, by the way, just so you guys know. It also has a USB, and I'll kind of explain that if you guys really want to know. But it does Wi-Fi and it does Ethernet. Most hubs out there do. The hub that I'm using is called Hubitat. The Hubitat hub is probably about this big, about the size of a credit card, okay? Jake is asking about the Amazon Sidewalk and router security. We're going to actually go over that a little bit, which is going to get into my point that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, the Smartthings Reef Dudes is a hub. So it actually says hub on it. Hub. Ooh. Anyway. So there's another company called Hubitat. Okay, that Hubitat is also very similar to this. So we're going to go over the different hubs out there. There is, let's see, Philips makes a hub, I believe. I forgot the other company that makes it. Man. Anyway, so hubs typically will have a Zigbee. You guys are supposed to be warning me about the camera. Anyway, hubs typically will have Zigbee and Z-Wave in them, okay? Obviously, they'll usually have Ethernet as well. Zigbee is a mesh type network. Z-Wave is also a mesh type network. There's a big difference between the two, okay? They work off of different frequencies. Z-Wave typically works off of a more broader frequency, which means it has a lot more range, and it's also, I want to say, more robust. That's the right word. At most security systems in the past 10, 15 years, any wireless sensors that you see on security systems are all Z-Wave. Zigbee has been out for a long time also, but it's more of a relatively new in terms of comparison to Z-Wave type system. The difference between Z-Wave and Zigbee is Z-Wave is typically not a mesh type network. And what I mean by that is it's usually point to point. So when you put a Z-Wave system in, you're going to have a sensor that's going to communicate with the hub. Whereas with a Zigbee system, you're usually going to have some type of sensor or some type of outlet that actually has a built-in repeater type system, if you're familiar with how meshes work. Now, the system that I'm giving out today is a Zigbee system. These are all Zigbee products. And you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. It'll tell you what kind of interface it uses. So this hub, okay, can work off of any Zigbee product. It does not have to go Samsung, okay? So a lot of people ask that question. Any hub you buy that has Zigbee or Z-Wave will work with any Z-Wave and any Zigbee product, okay? So the biggest difference is going to be your hubs, okay? So your hubs sometimes will block out different things, okay? But generally, if it has a Zigbee chip or a Z-Wave chip in it, it will work with any hub. That's a generalization. Does the Smartthings hub with Philips Hue? Yeah, absolutely. Let me put that back up. Yes, it works with all Philips lights and so forth. So yeah, I use the Habitat hub, and the reason I use the Habitat hub is in its integration with Crestron, and that's kind of what we're going to get into today. And its integration with APIs, and that's what we're going to get into today. A little bit more complex stuff. So, Samsung Smartthings Hub, while I love it to death, does not allow for anything to, let's put it this way, communicate with it, with the exception of the Z-Wave and Zigbee hubs type stuff, okay? What's so great about it is you can program it for, let's say, a sensor opens and I want you to then turn on something, right? You can also have temperature. So these little sensors have temperature sensors built into them. So you could actually put this like inside your sump somewhere, and it will tell you what this temperature. It also has humidity inside it. So it will tell you what the humidity is inside your stand, and then it'll send you a notification from the Smartthings hub, right? So there's a lot of really cool things you can do. These hubs cost roughly $70, and these all cost about $20 to $30 a pop, right? So this whole kit here is like almost a $400 kit that I'm giving away. But in any way, the Habitat hub is much more expensive. I think it costs like $180. Also, the Habitat hub, you have to pay a monthly service for to use their additional features. What I love about the Habitat hub, however, and I don't have it with me because it's hooked up in my system, is the ability to use APIs, okay? So what I can do with my Habitat hub is I can communicate with my home automation system, which in turn can communicate with my Apex system. Now, here is the kicker. If you have the API, you can communicate with that product. Neptune is very, I'm going to say closed off, okay? Their API is closed off, so there's not a lot you can do, right? I don't have an answer if you guys are asking right now, but at some point I'm going to figure out how to get the Habitat hub to work with my Apex. And if I can get the Apex to work with my Habitat hub, then I can have my Apex work with my Crestron system and my home automation system. And if I can do that, then I can have my remote control my Apex. And that's the coolest part of this. Unfortunately, the Samsung Smartthings Hub does not have the ability to use external APIs. That's what I love about the Habitat Hub. Dave had a really good question. How complex is it to use the hub? The SmartThings hub is really, really simple. If you're not familiar with how to use hubs, it step by step, easy, easy, easy. The Habitat hub, however, requires a lot of understanding of APIs, understanding of apps, understanding of how to integrate. So you have to be very due diligent with which hub you purchase, because if you do a Habitat hub, I can tell you that it's going to be a little more complex and difficult if you're not familiar. Um, let's see. Could you run the AC down a tank? Yeah, you absolutely could do that, Colt. Absolutely. That's kind of where we're going with today's discussion. And Greg, thanks for taking down the video disk. You just said that. I'm not sure what that means. But yes, API for Neptune, from all my research, is closed off. If they open up, maybe they'll open up just to me, and I can play with some stuff. But right now, I'm trying to do all kinds of funny things. You'll need to get Neptune to open up for you, though, right? Reef Dudes, I did not know. Yes, it sure does spit out XML, and yes, you can take that XML stream and import it into Crestron. I've been doing it for a long time. Um, Yes, a lot of parsing. For familiar with parsing, what parsing means is taking a long sentence essentially and taking cuts out of it and displaying it. So for instance, with an XML, it spits out a lot of junk and you only want 86, let's say, or 85 degrees. You'd have to parse it, which means splitting the wording and just pulling out what you need. Um, Yes, I'm not going to say I'm hacking Neptune, but these are things that I'm the ball's rolling. Okay, the wheels are turning. These are things I'm going to start trying. Um, but anyway, this is really cool because if you have a hub and going into what I think it was Colt asking, the hub, if you buy a Zigbee powered thermostat and you have a temperature sensor, you can have your temperature sensor trigger something in your fish tank from your AC. And there's all kinds of cool things you can do, right? Um, yeah, Ecotech doesn't share their API. A lot of companies don't, and it would be nice if they did. Maybe, you know what, Greg? Maybe they don't share it to everybody, but maybe they share it to like someone like me or someone like someone that knows how to use APIs, so that way that they can manipulate it on their end, but not break stuff and be supported by Neptune. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking. Get me to console. Why can't I get the contest? Emmanuel, let's see. I don't see you in here. Yeah, try to get in there again. It says 14 minutes remaining, so you should be able to. So let's see. Lots of cool stuff you can do. So having the hub, you can, I don't know, you could probably trigger. I'm trying to think. You can trigger pumps. I mean, you could trigger lights. You could trigger whatever you want in your fish tank. Here is the coolest part of the Habitat hub. The Habitat hub actually works with something called IFFT. IFFT. I don't know. I always get that wrong. So if you guys are familiar with that, IFFT is a protocol that works with all kinds of automation equipment. I mean, we talking relays, we're talking all kinds of crazy crap. So not only does the Habitat Hub control the IFTT server, but you could do just an immense amount of junk. Like it's the sky's the limit, dude. I swear. Um, let's see. Yeah, Emmanuel, I don't know, man. Love IFFT. It's cheating. There we go. Fred knows what I'm talking about. So again, the Samsung Hub does not do IFTTT. I always get it wrong. But the Habitat Hub does. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's kind of where I wanted to go with this. I do a lot of crazy do-it-yourself stuff. You can put relays. You can do contact closures. And again, this can all integrate into your home automation system. And that's what's so great about the Habitat Hub. So I really wanted to kind of go over it because I use it a lot. there's a chance that I might do some video tutorials on the Habitat Hub because I'm so excited about it and how we can do things on the reefing side of things with it. But yeah, so whoever the winner of today's contest is that gets this Samsung Smartthings hub, you have the sky is the limit. I mean, really. Again, there's going to be some caveats to to the Smartthings hub, but it's a good start. Yeah, Emmanuel, I don't know why. Let's see. I don't know why you're not coming in. Sometimes my contest just acts weird. I don't know what the deal is. D, yes, the Habitat Hub will work with Google Home and not with SmartThings because that's another hub. But it will work with your Google Home devices. It will work with Apple devices. Um, it will work with Amazon Alexa. It will work with Google, all the voice command stuff. I don't know. The sky's the limit on that sucker. Yeah, we got 31 people entered, and yeah, I don't see you on here, Emmanuel. Maybe maybe get off of the stream and come back in and try again. Maybe it's blocking you. Maybe I don't know. Unfortunately, I just don't know. Let's see what else. He was using an exclamation. Let's see. Looking at some more questions here. More questions here. More questions here. Any question about the sky while I got you? I know some people saw me on the stream for about a minute yesterday on Neptune. I had to go, unfortunately. It was a quick, hey, can you be on here? And yeah, I came on for like a minute. Um, but yeah, I've had the sky running. I really love the sky, guys. Um, uh, yeah, Brian. Yes, Brian. Anything that supports IFTTT. This hub that I'm giving away, from my understanding, does not work with IFTT. You'd have to get that hub or whatever. You know. Let's see. Sky versus Radeon. That's a good question, D. Because you know what? I had a Radeon. I had a Radeon G4. I had it for roughly. Wow. I had it for, man, so many years. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, guy, that the Sky is significantly better than the Radeon G4. I can't say it's better than the G5 because I've never had a G5. But yeah, it's pretty amazing, guys, when you see it in person. I know some of you guys are at Reef Palooza and you can actually see it. It's pretty amazing. Let's see. So, Rob had a question about shimmer. Go ahead and see my stream yesterday from Neptune. I showed my shimmer because a lot of people were questioning the shimmer. There is shimmer. It's subdued shimmer, I guess is the right word. Let's see. Wow, this guy's are any negatives. I hear all the positive things about the sky. Are there only negatives? Of course. Let's see. I will go over my negatives, guys. Okay. So the biggest negative I can tell you is that the power block is gigantic. Now, it's probably I don't have it with me, so I can't really tell you guys, but it's probably like 7 inches, 6 inches by 3. I mean, it's big, guys. It's a big power supply, and that power supply gets a little hot. So I can say that's really the only negatives that I have for it, if anything. Um, I don't I don't like well. I explained this to Neptune already. I don't like the fact that you can't disconnect the wire and get different lengths of wire. Again, this is one of those just pet peeve kind of things. If you have a sky right here, right, and you have a sky right here, wouldn't it be nice to just daisy chain them with like a 3-foot cord? Unfortunately, you have to run that gigantic 12-foot cord into this big power supply, and I think that's really the only negative stuff about it is their cabling and how it's a long cable, and you have to, if you want a daisy chain, you have to do some weird rigmarole because it does come with a Y cable, guys, but that Y cable has to be hooked up at the end of the run, not at the light. So again, if we're talking negatives, really that's the only negatives that I've had from it. Um, and it would be nice if they made like one power supply where they can hook up all their lights or something. I don't know. This is just wistful thinking, you know. But again, this might be something in the future they support. I do wish they had a detachable cord and you can get different lengths. That would be nice. Yes, Sean, you need a power brick for each one. Each light requires that. Um, so that's kind of my only con, at least at this point. It does not talk to the Apex wirelessly. It talks to it through Aquabus. However, it does have a Bluetooth chip in it, and you can control it from the Bluetooth app. However, it's one or the other currently. I don't know if they'll fix that or change that, but right now, you know, the 4 channels is one of those comments, Greg, that I just don't even talk about. And let me explain why. Yes, a lot of these people that are control freaks like myself want to be able to control all this stuff, but really there's no reason. I just put it on a setting and call it a day. I don't care about all the different spectrum colors and all that. You know, it's just at the end of the day, how many times are you going to touch that? You know, 100 watt plus. I think it's 205 watts. D from Brooklyn. I don't think it's 150. So on this guide, you need a power cord and an Aquabus cable. Not exactly. The cord itself has an Aquabus and a power connection on it. So the Sky has a big, long 12-foot cable, right? And then at the end of that 12-foot cable, there's a Y splitter, and you got your Aquabus and your power supply at the end. And that's my, I guess, my con of the light, right? I wish they had better power management type stuff for the light. That would be really cool. Let's see. The light itself, guys, I can assure you, and I'm not just saying this, you have to see it in person. I think Greg saw it in person. How it looks when you see it is pretty amazing. The best opinion I've given of it is the fact that it looks literally like you're swimming in the ocean. Like that's what it looks like. It's not blue unless you want it to be. You know, I think, yeah, I think it's just when you guys see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get too much into this guy. I just wanted to see if you guys had any questions. Matt Greer, 93, I don't know, man. I think you can get away with 2. Yeah, Greg, you know, the flatness is there. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big, you know, shimmer type person. I don't like all that shimmer. Some people do, but there is shimmer. It's just very subtle. Yes, Brian, it looks literally like what I'm seeing behind here. I mean, that is what it looks like. I'm not even joking. So Macy's Daddy, this is what I noticed that makes it better than the Radeon, okay? Um, here's the biggest thing about it. Got to remember, guys, I went from a G4, not a G5, to a Sky. So my opinions are based off of that. When I moved over from a G4, I had a T5s because the G4 itself barely was able to get light into the corners of my tank and in areas where I needed it to grow coral. Specifically my clams. My clams require a lot of power, obviously, in certain locations, but I have a lot of LPS and mixed, so I didn't want a lot of real powerful light in certain areas. Unfortunately, the Radeon would just hit in certain areas so hard. That's why I got the T5s, so that I can have like 100 to 120 par around the edges, so I can put my mixed stuff around the edges, right? It was just too powerful in certain areas. When I put the Sky in, I really thought I was going to need T5s. I was like, I'm going to need these T5s still. And I was shocked. Okay. When I put the skies in, I was shocked because I turned off my T5s and I had uniform par across the whole tank. And it was uniform to a point where anything at the lower level was like 120, anything at the middle level was 200, anything at the top level was 300, and it was throughout the entire tank. We're talking corner to corner. I could put, no joke guys, I could put an SPS coral at the complete end of my tank on a rock and it would get the same par as right underneath my middle of my tank. That was the hugest difference between that and my Radions. I hope that explains it. Again, the G5s probably do something similar. Coral Cares do something similar. I'm just going by my difference between my G4 and my Sky. Okay? So, again, I want you guys to understand when I compare my Radions to Apex, I'm comparing those two. That's why I have not done a comparison video because it's not fair to Ecotech because Ecotech does have a G5 and I have not used it. So I can't really compare the two, you know. I have two Skies and I have two Skies on a 4-foot tank. That's why let's see. Someone had asked, I don't remember who the person asked, I'm sorry. Matt Greer asked, would you need 3 under a 6-foot? So I have a 4-foot, Matt, and I'm getting uniform power on that 4-foot, no problem. Now my skies are very close to each other. They're probably about 4 inches away from each other. So if you took your two skies and spread them maybe 8 inches apart from each other, I think you could do it. Let's see. How wide is your tank front to back? It is 4 feet. D from Brooklyn. I have 100 Innovative Marine. Manny, we could talk about price a little bit. That's fine. I talked about it on my stream last time I was on Sky. Is it T5 looking in person? No, it really isn't. There's enough shimmer to differentiate between a T5 and the light. I really believe that, guys. You can tell the shimmer. I don't know when they're going to be available, Kevin. I will let everyone know. Let's see. Sounds like a perfect reefer. How much power do you have my clams under? So Sean, I just purchased a new clam, so I have 3 clams now. We can go over clams a lot, but I have a squamosa clam. If you guys take a look, yesterday I showed it off on my stream or on the Neptune stream. She's roughly 7 or 8 inches. She's a big sucker. And my squamosa I've had for a long time, and it sits on the sand. And I want to say the par at the squamosa is about 160 par-ish. Remember, it's a squamosa clam, guys. For those that aren't very familiar with clams, and I'm very familiar with clams, guys. If you ever have questions on clams, I've had clams for easily. I had my first clam when I was about 15 years old. Squamosa clams, guys, do not require a lot of par. That's a misconception. Squamosas can survive and do very well in 100 to 200 par, no problem, okay? They are the most hardy clam out there. So if you've never had a clam before, get a squamosa clam. They are expensive. They get very big. Squamosa clams get about 12 to 13 inches, so you have to have room for them. They're the easiest to take care of by far. I also have, Pacific East, Rob just mentioned. I get all of my clams from Pacific East. They are the best. I did have a large clam, but they don't get that big unless you get a specific one and have specific lighting for them. Let's see. Squamosa, and I have 2 Maximas. My Maximas, this is very important, guys, if you want clams. And if you don't want to listen to me, that's perfectly fine. Squamosa clams are in the wild, generally in the sand. They're generally in the sand. They're generally on coral, rubble. That's where squamosa clams are. Maxima clams, Crocea clams, what's the other one? Yeah, Maxima and Crocea, I would say, guys. Maxima, Crocea, guys. Are smaller clams. Crocea clams grow to about 4 to 5 inches, so they're perfect if you have a small tank. But Crocea clams have to, have to, have to be on rocks. They have to be on rocks. Maximas and Croceas in the wild are in rock crevices. That's where they are. Okay, they're in little rocks. They're usually wedged. Oh, he just said wedged. They're usually wedged into rocks. So, with that being said, anytime you get a maxima, guys, or a crocea, put it on a rock. It can be generally we'll find a flat rock. Find somewhere it's going to be happy in a rock. Okay. There's also another thing about maximas and croceas. Maximas and croceas are usually very high up to the surface and maybe even 2 feet of water in the ocean. That being said, they need a lot of par. When I say a lot, they need a lot of par. Okay, people that have problems with clams don't understand that when you buy a Maxima clam, they have to be in very high par. Okay, when I say very high par, I mean 300 par. Okay, they do the best between about 250 and about 400 par. Okay, so my Maxima, if you guys look at my tank, I'm gonna do another tank tour soon. My Maxima is way up on the top on a rock. It's getting roughly 375 par. I mean, that's literally how much par it's getting. My other Maxima, which I just got yesterday, I'm a little concerned. He's at about 210 par. So we're gonna see how it does. I'm a little concerned at 210 par. So we'll see. So again, that's my spiel on clams. Dosing Fido is a great idea. Clams love Fido. It is not a must, but it is something that will help them with their coloration. I've noticed that once I started dosing Fido, the coloration of my clams just started popping. Also, by the way, when I noticed I put my sky in, guys, my clams opened more. And I think they opened more not because they were getting more par, but they were getting more uniform par across their mantle. You got to remember, guys, I have a big clam. So if they're getting shot with 200 par in the middle of it and 120 on the sides of it, I don't know if that's good for it. So having a nice uniform par across the clam mantle, I think actually helps them a lot. Rogue Gaming asked, "How much room does a clam need?" Guys, I don't know. Depends on which one you get. If you wanted to ask me a specific clam and how much room you need, then I can tell you that answer. Flow, that's a really good question, Kevin. Oh boy, flow. Okay, this is another thing about another misconception about clams. Maxima clams and Garcia clams actually like a medium to high flow. It's not very appealing to the eye when you see the clam mantle flapping around, but that's actually what they like. So I have kind of a medium flow going across it. I did start to block some of the flow because it was just looked terrible, the flapping around with that. But squamosas like a nice calm flow. I notice they do so much better when there's nice calm flow. Okay. Um, yeah, D, I killed several clams, pyramid snails. Yeah, that's another whole conversation. We can go through clams a ton, dude. Pyramidal snails suck. The key to pyramid snails, guys, and I've dealt with them, is buy a Cory wrasse. Buy a Cory wrasse, you won't have a problem with pyramid snails ever again. Another thing with pyramid snails, when you buy a clam, look at the bottom of it. Get rid of every single pyramidal snail you see. They're extremely tiny. You need like a micro. You need something. Get rid of all of them, okay? Then what you do, this is very important, if you can, by the way. Sometimes you can't do this, okay? Is flip it. So my squamosa, I'm able to flip it over and check it every week. I checked it every week for about a month, okay? And for a week, I checked it every single week. And every week there were pyramidal snails. So I got rid of them every week. I did that for about a month, and then I haven't seen them since. Now again, that was with also having a wrasse in the tank to eat them. What fish should you not have with a clam? Angelfish. Don't have an angelfish with a clam. Butterfly fish. Don't have a butterfly fish with a clam. Those are going to be your two big no-nos. Obviously, the normal not reef safe tank fish. Don't put a triggerfish with a clam. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff you should definitely not do with a clam. Clams are tricky, guys, and they're expensive. You got to be really careful with them. I have killed many clams too. One thing about clams, guys, if this is the best advice I can give you about clams today, this is the best advice I can give you about clams. Have you ever heard the saying, happy as a clam? So the reason they came up with that term, happy as a clam, is because you're not supposed to touch the clam. So people that have killed clams, every single one of them I've ever spoke to tells me they did one thing, and that's they moved it. That's my best advice. When you put the clam in your tank, make sure you're happy with that location because you're not moving it again. I'm telling you right now. If you move your clam, it will die. There are extenuating circumstances. Obviously, if you need to move stuff around, obviously, if you need to take it out just make sure if you take it out, you put it right where it was. That is the key and the best advice I can give you about clams, guys, is do not move it. You might not like where it was. You might not like. That's when I've killed clams. If I put a clam somewhere and it's happy, very happy, and it's doing fantastic, and I move it about 3 inches over to the right or 3 inches over to the left, it dies the next day. That's been my advice to give to people is do not move them. I know it's tempting and I know it's hard, but don't do it. Okay, so we're getting near the end of the stream, guys, so it's about time to show off the new product. I hope everyone's excited because I'm excited. Okay, so any last minute questions? Because this is going to be a lot of jabber. So if anyone of you don't know, I have a video out there on the Leader Meter 3. If you guys haven't seen it, what the Leader Meter 3 does is it is basically an automatic water change, okay? And what it does is it will exchange water between two tanks, but there's also a additional head there that you can use to do a water change or dose or something. If you're not familiar with the Leader Meter 3, I recommend you taking a look at it. So SpectraPure decided to discontinue the Leader Meter 3. Okay, the Leader Meter 3, if you recall, was big. It was difficult to mount. That was a big complaint. And they were like, well, we got to come up with something new because it was difficult to deal with in general. So what they decided to come up with is a much smaller, if you guys have seen the Leader Meter, a much smaller version of the Leader Meter. This, my friends, is the Leader Meter 4. Take a look. It is this big. When I say this big, it's probably the size, I don't know, what do you guys think? Right, about 2 inches by 2 inches? This is the Leader Meter 4, guys. Okay, so let me explain why this is so amazing. Okay, look at the bottom. It has the ability to do 4 pumps. When I say 4 pumps, guys, it can do 4 pumps, 2 water changes. It can do 3 water changes. It can do 4 water changes. It can do 2 dosing pumps and 2 automatic water changes. It can do 1 dose and 3 automatic water changes. It can do, you name it, it can do it with 4 heads. So here's the greatest part about it. Those 4 heads can be remotely sent. Okay? Now what that means is you can put one of those heads across your house. Okay? You can put this thing across the, you could put this in your fish room and put your pump all the way in another side of your house, and it will work. What's so great about this is that they have pumps that do roughly, and if you guys have never seen the liter meter pumps, I've shown them off multiple times. Um, you can use any DC pump with this, a 12 volt DC pump, and you can plug it into this. That's what you can do. I'll go through what the inputs are in a second also. Why are we still talking about clams, guys? Okay, so any DC pumps that are 12 volt, I think it's 12 volt, 5 amp, can be plugged into here, and this will turn it on and off for you. I'm gonna do a tutorial on it, but we're gonna go over kind of the key features of it. So one of the things about it is, here's the power plug, by the way, it's on the side, is you can use the liter meter pumps or any pump. I use liter meter pumps because they're dead silent, and they have kits that they're going to be selling with their pumps, and they're dead. When I say dead silent, their new pumps that they just came out with that I have is going to be, they're dead silent, like you don't hear them at all, okay? And they run at 250 liters a minute. So again, do a live stream on clams. Yes, they are releasing new versions of their pumps. That is correct. And when I say dead silent, I mean dead silent. You don't hear them at all. I would compare them to Versa pumps in terms of silence, but Versa pumps, guys, if you've used them, when you bump them up to 200, 300 milliliters a minute, they are loud. Guess what? These are not. So you cannot control the liter per minute of their pumps. They might make a variable output pump one day. Right now, they're just 250 milliliters a minute, roughly. So the inputs, okay, they have four inputs. Those inputs can be controlled by optical sensors, float sensors, any sensors to trigger ABCD. So let's give you an example. You have an auto water change and you have an optical sensor. Let's say that water change gets up to the optical sensor. You can program A to either turn on, turn off. You can have it switch to another pump if you want. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can do with this. So that's what the inputs do. One thing that I really liked about this, I wish I can plug it in so I can show you. Oh, I got the pump right here, by the way, guys. Here's the new pump. So one of the biggest differences between their new pumps, guys, if you're familiar with the liter meter pump, is they used to not have the John Guest fittings on them. Their new pumps have the John Guest fittings integrated. I mean, look at this. And again, you can put, it's a big pump, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but man, J-Fusion, this thing's significantly better than the Dose in terms of noise, in terms of the amount of volume it can do. And just give me anything in return. You definitely don't need a controller. That's another thing. This is it. This is the controller. We're going to go through kind of the real intricacies of this as best as I can in today's stream. I don't have power nearby. I wish I could plug it in, guys. Okay, so one of the coolest things about this, guys, is the screen is whatchamacallit, can be flipped upside down. So let's say you want your heads to be on the top, right? So you can flip this upside down, and then the whole entire thing turns into an upside down unit. So it's really cool, actually. So you can flip it whichever way you want, which is really cool. I thought it was really cool. I don't know. What they say when you use this system is do not use the screen, because the screen is very small, and yes, all these buttons are functional. You can control everything. But of course, guys, guess what it has inside? It has Wi-Fi. If you guys don't know, the Liter Meter 3 did not have Wi-Fi. You had to control it from the screen. This guy has Wi-Fi, guys. So, since it has Wi-Fi, you can set it up via the Wi-Fi. And when I say set it up, you can basically program it to do whatever you want through the Wi-Fi. It does not have Bluetooth, so you can't do it through Bluetooth, but you can do it through Wi-Fi. I have been testing this for 3 months, roughly. I am probably the only one that's been testing it. It is on their site currently, so if you go to spectrapure.com, you can see how much they cost. People are asking me price. They are a little bit pricey compared to their old ones, but I can tell you the feature set on this is significantly more than the Liter Meter 3, so I understand the price. Their pumps have always been pricey. They're roughly, all these pumps have always been between $150 and $200. There is no Apex integration Colt. I can't be selling these because I'm not a SpectraPure dealer, but who knows? Maybe I will be. The Liter Meter pumps, guys, they're new ones. The new ones will pump up to 250 feet. They have a head pressure, guys, of, get this, 25 feet. 25 feet. So I did some testing. You guys probably have seen some of my stuff. I put all new liter meters in here. My ATO, or I'm sorry, my 300 gallon is roughly 175 to 100 feet away from my liter meter pumps, and they pump at 250 liters per minute across up and across my house with absolute no problem. I mean, we're talking a large amount of volume. So I'm able to do water changes on my little tank from my, I'm able to do a water change on my Nano, I'm able to do a water change on my 300, and I'm able to do a water change on my Reef, all from this one system, okay? Or two of them, sorry, you need two of them. You put two of these side by side, and I can do all the water changes in my house, I can do all of the ATOs from my house, I can do everything, all from this one thing. That's it. So I'm excited to announce this. I'm excited to show this. I'm going to do an entire tutorial video on how to program it. Obviously, with every product out there, there are some cons. I'm not going to talk about the cons today because I'm so excited to show this off. I didn't think it was appropriate to explain the cons of a device that I'm showing off today. But I promise in my tutorial, I will show off some of the things that I don't like about it. But let me tell you, this is flipping awesome, guys. The size of it, I mean, look at this thing. The fact that you can mount this to a board, no problem. So yeah, any questions? I'm glad I was able to show it off for the first time ever. What is interchangeable yoke? I never said interchangeable yoke. I don't think I've ever said yoke in my life. Gallon meter does not sound cool, D. I would agree. Half cup meter, quarter cup meter. So they are for sale right now. You can buy them on spectrapure.com. I don't remember the price of them. I will tell you I got mine for free, and I will probably be giving it away on a stream because I don't have a use for it currently. What do I mean by interchangeable yoke? Okay, sorry. Okay, so the difference between the previous generation and this one is in the previous generation, guys, if you've used these before, is this piece here has these little tubes inside, okay? And you would have to remove this whole thing and then replace the tubes. Now, instead of doing that, this whole piece comes off and you just replace it. Another thing I didn't explain to you guys is they are going to be selling interchangeable, this is really cool, interchangeable flow amounts. So right now it's about 250. They're going to be selling one that's 200. They're going to be selling one that's 100. They're going to be selling one that's 50 and probably even 25 milliliters per minute. And you can just take this yoke, let's say, off and put the new speed on top of it. Really cool stuff, guys. Kevin's saying it's $580. Now, I think the $580 comes with two pumps. So you're getting the $200 pumps with just the liter meter, okay? Again, I got this for free as a beta tester. Again, I want to say think I'm going to give it away. So I don't know. You cannot vary the rate, Rob, on their pumps, but you can hook up 12 volt 5 DC pumps to this product. So if you have a controllable pump already, you could plug it into this. But again, you wouldn't be able to control the rate. It's I don't know. In some cases, I can see why you might want to control the rate dynamically, but generally on a water change, why would you want to control the rate dynamically? You'd want it to be the same rate all the time. Yeah, I said yoke a few times. So anyway, I just wanted to show it off because it's really cool. I've had it for a while. And I know a lot of people were wondering what it was, so I'm happy to show it off. Anyway, any questions on it before we end the stream today? And we'll be giving away the Smartthings. Man, I've been talking so much, I'm losing my voice. So ending today, I want to plug my website. For those that don't know, it's reefautomation.net. I'm selling Neptune products, swag, all kinds of stuff. I really want to plug it because not only I want to sell stuff and make a little money, of course, but the real reason is because I spent so much time on it and I don't want my time to go to waste. And the biggest thing I could do for you guys is sell you products, support the channel. A lot of people ask for my help. Now you have an avenue in which to get a hold of me through sales at reefautomation.net. And of course, you could buy stuff from me, and I'm going to support you guys just like any dealer. We're going to have more swag. Obviously, we're going to have more cool stuff. I will talk to SpectraPure, see if I can start selling the product. I don't know how I could. It's so new, but we'll see. We got 35 people entered in the contest today. It's a pretty nice prize, I think. So, well, D, I gotta make some money somewhere. I spend so much time on this stuff, and I give away so much stuff. I do have to I do have to somehow make some money. I mean, this hub, guys, and all this stuff cost me shit. This stuff cost me like $400. So, I got to make some money somehow. I mean, to pay for all these prizes. So generally, the money isn't really going towards me. It's going back to you guys. I mean, I got this huge. I don't know if you guys know. I got this horrible PM from some. I'm going to say douchebag because he was a complete douchebag, saying how I'm so biased about Neptune, about the sky. I mean, I got so much hate for this guy, guys. I mean, he hurt my feelings, seriously. He said, I wish I had it so I could post it. You're such a shill for Neptune. All you do is Neptune. You don't care about anything else. And now you get free skies. What the hell, man? I was really upset. For those that don't know, I didn't get a free sky, okay? Yes, they sent it to me for free, and I got it for free. But for those that don't know, and go back and watch, the last year's Neptune holiday special or their Black Friday special, they had a raffle. Okay, they were raffling off a sky. Okay, for those that are smart enough to understand, when you go into a raffle to get something, you have to put money into it. Okay, don't rip on a troll. And in the raffle, I spent like something ridiculous, like $2,000 on the raffle to go towards kids, like to charity. And I got a sky because I bought a lot of raffle tickets. And what do you know? I got the sky. It wasn't free. It was like for 3 skies. Okay? So then I needed 2 skies, right? So guess what? I paid for the other sky. So I don't know. I have to get that off my chest because that guy really pissed me off. Um, okay. Anyway, I just want to mention that. Thank you so much, Robert B, for the $25 super chat. I love getting super chats. You know, you don't have to, but I appreciate it. Um, you always beat me at show raffles. um, Again, if you're going to put a lot of money into a raffle, you have a better chance of winning. You know, unlike my giveaway, you guys just come and enjoy the stream, and you have ability to win really good prizes. I gave away an Apex 2 weeks ago. I'm giving away this great Samsung. We're going to be giving away, more than likely, I'm going to be giving away this leader meter coming up. So guys, I give away a lot of stuff. So all I ask from you in return is that you go on my website, you buy some swag, you buy some Neptune products, you share the word. That's all I ask in return. You don't have to give me super chats. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to give me money. Just support the channel. Um, yeah, there's a lot of haters, Fred, man. Oh my goodness. For those that don't know, I know Brett. Brett, I hope you're on here still. I don't. This isn't a knock towards you, Brett. I apologize in advance. If Brett's still on here, I apologize again. I'm not a mean person, but they started this reef control Facebook group, and I don't know for sure if it's a. Oh, there's Brett. If it's a anti-reef automation channel. I actually tried to get into it this morning, so we'll see if they let me in. I'm sure they will. You know, they're a bunch of nice guys in there. But I got to be honest, it's kind of anti-reef automation with the description, but it's okay. I'm not upset. Everyone deserves to have multiple groups, and I'm not like going after the Facebook police to go take it down. Um, but in any regards, I think one. I don't think I know one of our past members got kicked out, and it wasn't my doing. It was a mod decision. I have mods. I have people that we vote on things just like a just like a shareholder meeting, and it came to the conclusion that we needed to get rid of the person that got booted. And again, if you're in my Facebook group and you do certain things that are against the rules, there's going to be a vote, and it's going to either go one way or the other. And unfortunately for this gentleman, it went one way. And I have no ill words about this person whatsoever. I'm not that type of person. Um, I mean, I do bash ReefBot because they've screwed over my life. But personal attacks or people that have personally attacked me for what I do is like, what the hell, man? I'm giving away free shit every week and I'm giving great information out and I'm not always right. But man, dude, people are mean. I don't get it. Like I get trolls, like trolls are fine. I'm fine with trolls. But people that are personal, that attack me, they attack my family, they attack my livelihood, people that make there are people that message me and say, you don't know what you're doing with home automation, for instance. And that's again a generalization, but they'll call me like names and shit and like, what dude? What did I do, man? Anyway, so we got this other group that I'm trying to, get into. Me and Brett go back and forth, by the way. Me and Brett, we have an understanding. All I ask on my channel, guys, on my Facebook group, is that you don't sell stuff. Okay, I don't want my channel to ever become a for sale place. There's a lot of reasons for it, but one of the main reasons is if people start selling stuff, it really starts to make the stream the important questions and the important announcements start going down in the list because there's so many people selling stuff. So it becomes just overwhelmed with sale posts, and I don't want that. It's nothing against sale posts, but that's really the reason. And the other one is bashing products. To and the bashing of the products. Let me explain this a little bit. It's the bashing of the products to promote other products. That's the part I don't like. Um, I generally am okay if you go on there and say, I don't like something about this product, or I don't like something about this product. Can it be improved? GHL, I've said multiple times, I don't like your programming. Please improve on it. But I don't go on there and say, GHL, you suck. Neptune's better. Those are the difference, and that's what I don't like in the group. I don't think it's appropriate, and I don't think it's beneficial to the members. So anyway, so yeah, I don't know why I'm just spitting off stuff today. People are just waiting for this contest, I guess. You love Refot, ha, speaking of bashing. Yeah, again, I do bash. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do go after Reefbot pretty heavy. Um, but I don't do this, Reef Dudes. I don't go on my Facebook and say, Reefbot is a pile of junk, buy a Mastertronic. I generally don't do that. I generally just say Reefbot sucks. And I'll generally go on a separate tangent or a separate thread and go, I really like the Mastertronic and this is why. I really don't like the Mastertronic because this is not what I like about it. I don't know. I agree. I might be a little hypocritical here. I agree. I don't like the Reefbot. And Stephen Dick just had a great comment. I have experience with the product, so I'm not just bashing it to bash it. You know, I absolutely hate aquarium engineering. I hate that company with a passion, and everyone knows that. And the reason I hate it is because the owner decided to try to sue me for no reason. So again, personal. It's a personal thing. It's not a dig to bash a company, right? I see all these GHL people, which again, I like GHL. I've never said I don't like GHL. That'll go on there and they'll completely bash Neptune for no reason, right? Don't get mad. I think that's what you meant, Dave. They'll completely bash Neptune, right? And I go on Neptune sites and I don't see them bashing GHL. So it's kind of like it's weird. It's a weird thing. Like I think the GHL people love to bash GHL or Neptune, but not vice versa. You don't see Hydros people bashing Neptune or GHL either. I don't know. That's just what I see. Anyway, Greg Carroll, you were trying to be sued by the owner of 8. Oh, that's wonderful. Uh, Then there are people that say you love Terrence. So let me kind of throw this out. I hope he's not in here. I love Terrence, man. We've come over the year or so really close. I know Terrence now really well, which is great. We've talked about personal stuff. I've gotten to know him. I didn't get that with Vinny. I didn't get that with what's his face, Carlos from Hydros. I don't. It's not that I just didn't get that warm conversation that I had. I didn't get that personal connection with the other guys, right? So me and Terrence have been really close, and that's great. I don't get along with everybody, but I get along with Terrence. We think alike, just happens to be what it is. Some people don't like some people. Some people like some people. People just don't get along with some people. I don't get along with everybody. And Reef Dude just came up with a good comment. I'm not going to say it on the stream, but he's got to sell Neptune, right? So he's got to do everything he can to sell Neptune. That's his job. It's my job to sell automation and program, right? So of course I'm going to be biased towards programming. Let's see. I'm not going to really get into that. I don't think it's appropriate for the stream, but I love how Greg said he doesn't like the owner of ACR. Now we have a great thing to discuss together. One day, maybe we'll just do a whole stream about how much I do not want you to buy ACR products, because apparently if I say that, which I just did, I'm going to get sued. So guys, who wants to back, any lawyers? I think Manny, you said you're a lawyer, right? So you're going to back me up when he tries to sue me now. Okay, we're gonna give away something. Sorry. This is what happens when I don't have a guest. I start just spewing stuff. Um, ooh, that would be good, Brett. A ReefBot Suck sticker. You know what? If I had a ReefBot Suck sticker, there's a good chance that they could go after me for that. You know. So again, don't buy an ACR. No bash streams. uh, hey, someone's determined to get it to work. That's awesome. This stream took a dark turn. All right, let's give away something. Happy thoughts towards the end of the stream, guys. Any follow-up questions? Any questions about what we talked about? If you're a little late to the stream, we announced the leader meter 4. Okay, so that's now announced. I'm going to do a tutorial. I'm probably going to do it this weekend, so expect a video either tomorrow or Monday on it. I know I've been pretty lax with videos lately. I got a lot going on with work. If you are interested in the weight loss program I discussed, my wife's name is Doris Picker on Facebook. You're gonna have to get. They do this all on Facebook. Um, oh, I don't think someone. That's a good. That's a good call, Greg. That's a good one. And what else did we talk about today? Reefautomation.net. Reefautomation.net. I'm gonna subliminal message reefautomation.net to everybody. This is a long stream. We got about an hour and a half in here. I appreciate everyone that came today, man. It's good to see Greg. Thank you for coming, Greg. I love having you on. Reef Dudes, I love having you on. Not to say I don't love having everybody else on. Rob B, thank you for the super chat. But it's good to see some big names in the hobby on my stream. That means that we're growing. I really love to see that. So time to give away a Samsung Smartthings. All right. Pick winner. Pick a winner. Pick a winner. Ooh. Ooh. This always happens, by the way. Someone that wants the product or says in the stream they want the product always wins the product. I think it's ridiculous. So, guys, if you want to win stuff, go on the stream and say, I want to win this, or I really need this. Because guess who wins? The people that really need it. It's pretty interesting. A little late, Brennan. So the winner today is Dave. I don't know how to say your last name, and I don't want to screw it up. I know it's X, and I know I believe it's maybe Chinese. I apologize if it's not. I don't know how to say your last name. I'm sorry. You are the winner. I hope you're still here, dude. People that leave, you snooze, you lose. See, the words you have to say is I really need a leader meter or I really need a Samsung Smartthings hub. That seems to be the key to winning from what I've seen. I don't think he's here, guys. I feel really bad because he was really participating, and I think he said he really wanted this. I'm shocked he's gone. We're gonna give him an extra minute. I don't usually do that. We're gonna give him an extra minute. I can say your name, Brennan Bickwormant. Bick Brennan Bickmerant. Bick Bickerment. It's Bickerment. I really need a Samsung. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh, Brett. Oh, oh, you little son of a bitch. uh, well, guys, if you all say you really want it, then obviously you're not all going to win. Did I get it? Brendan Bickermint? Bickermint? I think it's Bickermint. Bickermint. Mert. Bickermert. Bicker. No, I tried. Okay, guys, we're re-rolling. I feel bad for Dave. He was in here. He was really participating. He had a lot of good questions, so I feel bad. But that's unfortunate. That's the rules of the game, guys. You have to stay. I know there's a W in there, but I think it's silent. I just have a feeling it's silent. Okay, here we go. And Emmanuel Perez says he wasn't in the contest. He is in the contest, by the way. Thumbs down. I tried to get the name right. All right, here we go. No way. Did I just... Oh, man. Bic Vermert. Interesting. Oh, my goodness. I totally screwed up, guys. All right, everyone has to re-enter the contest. Man, I am not. I'm too awake today, I think. The good news is the people that are here are going to be able to enter, and the people that that whatchamacallit, that stayed to the end or came in late now get a chance to enter again. Go ahead, everybody enter again. Man, I feel bad. Oh. If you don't see your name pop up there that says you have entered the giveaway, there's a good chance you didn't get in. So we'll give this some time. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I pushed the wrong button. It's okay. It was a good stream. We had a long stream today. You know, guys, I have to tell you, while we're doing this, I've been looking at stocks, this last week because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm not going to say anything else other than that. And they have, I don't know if you guys know, they have 60 to 70,000 people in their live streams. Like, I have what? How many do we get today? Like 50? And I think Mark Levinson gets like 200 a stream, and some of these other streamers get like 100 or so a stream. These stock guys do their live streams for 7 hours straight and have 60 to 70,000 people in their stream. Like, looking at their chats, how in the heck could you even get close to answering questions? Like, I was like, holy crap. 70,000 people on the stream, guys. Okay, I think we got about 26 people in. Last minute. Enter the contest last minute. Thanks, Glenn. I love Reef Automation and home automation also. That's too many. And then, Fred, I think, asked to do a clam stream. Maybe we'll do a clam stream. Again, it's supposed to be more automation-related streams, but we could do a stream about clams. I mean, I know enough about clams that I can talk on them. All right, here we go. Yeah, Lee, you're right. You must only answer super chats at 70K. And that's the other thing. I'm sorry to get into this, but his super chats are ridiculous. Like, he got like $400 super chats, like, nonstop. All right, anyway. Close. I hope I don't hit the wrong button. Mr. Terry Hillcock. Yes. Sorry, Hillock. Apologize. Terry Hillock. You have won before, and now you have won again. You are a lucky man. You're starting to become the Lee Wishnoff of the channel. Or the, we used to have Hatfields winning constantly. Haven't seen Chris in a while. Brennan, you did get in. I see your name here. You did get in. I don't know. Everyone that entered got in, I'm pretty sure. Hillcock is better. Yeah, if you can get a guest for me, Greg, that knows clams really well, that would be awesome. I was hoping to have Pacific Reef because I buy all the clams from them. I was hoping to have the owner on there, but that's also great. I don't know if I'll get Pacific Coast or Pacific, the guy that owns Pacific. I don't even know him, but we could try. But yeah, let's have a clam stream maybe next weekend. Because I don't have any plans for next weekend. I'm trying to get SpectraPure on to talk about the liter meter, and when I do get SpectraPure on, guys, we're going to give it away. Dave! Dude! What happened, Dave? You won, and then you left, and then I had to re-give it to Terry, and I'm still re-giving it to Terry. I don't care. You're not here, dude. You weren't here. I'm not doing double prizes again. I do feel bad. Go back when you left and read what and see what I said. Like I really genuinely felt bad. So maybe we'll give away a consolation prize to him next week. I don't know. But Dave, dude, you gotta stay. You gotta stay. You gotta be in here. There's no delay. Come on, man. I waited. How many minutes did I wait, guys? Rules are rules, says the lawyer. Uh, I should do, I should do a vote. I should do a vote. Yes, I love votes. All right, let's do a vote. Oops, that's not the vote. Uh, no, I don't want. Don't listen to the vote. I'm having a lot of fun today, guys. I don't have anywhere to be. I don't know what to do. All right, let me set this up, and then we will see what happens. I'm excited to see this. I am excited to see this. Okay, here's the poll. Here's the poll. I hope it works. It's supposed to pop up over here. Let me see. Also, we got to put ReefBot sucks back. See if this works. You're supposed to see the pot. Why aren't you seeing the poll on the screen? It says you got to put quotation marks vote and then Terry or Dave. You guys, you got to vote. I can't count all this if you don't vote. How do I put this on here? Stream overlays, maybe? They must have changed how to do this. All right, well, I can tell you the vote. So you gotta do, I think it's vote, what Anthony just did. I think that's how you do it. Yes, that's how you do it. ARC suing Derek. That's possible. Well, of course, Terry's gonna vote for Terry. No, guys, you gotta do, I'm pretty sure it's exclamation, vote, space, and the person. Ooh, a lot of Terrys here, guys. Dave, I don't know, man. I got to be honest. We waited a while. I think we waited like 5 minutes. Ooh, Terry's killing it, guys. Terry's killing it. Thank you, Sean, for coming, man. I know we're just shooting the shit now. I got to figure out how to put the poll on the screen. I used to be able to put the poll on the actual screen. I don't know why it's not working now. Oh, is it this right here? Do you guys see the poll? Nice. There it is. Let's put it in a good spot. Let's put it right there. Well, I think we know who won, Dave. I apologize, man, but I'm pretty sure Terry won. And the votes I'm given again. I'm not the one deciding this. It's the channel. So if you want to go after someone, Dave, go after all these other people, especially Lee, because I said so. You can also really go after. Let's see who else you want to really go after. You can really go after. I don't know who else you can really go after. Oh, I don't know. Hey, Brett, of course. Gonna vote for Dave. Well, I'm sorry, Dave. I really am. Unfortunately, you can't win if you're not here. And I have a special software, and I can show you if you don't believe me, that tells me who is there during the announcement. So either your computer went out or the stream went out on you. I don't know. But it's not my doing. I apologize, but it is what it is, guys. So Dave, maybe next time, maybe I'll give you a consolation prize next week. So if you come to the stream next week, I will come up with something to give you because I do feel bad. I don't think it's great, but unfortunately, had you not come back at all, you probably wouldn't be getting a consolation prize. So, uh, yeah, we're gonna do a clam stream next, guys. I think that's a good idea. All right, so let's get going out of here. It's been a long day for us. Maybe he was on mute. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, clam stream next week. Yeah, congratulations to Terry on the win of the Smartthings system. Get to me on Facebook, reefautomation.net, the whole nine. Contact my wife if you want to lose weight. Yeah, great stream, guys. Hope you had fun. Peace.